What's up, everybody? It's your girl Micca, and we're back for another Red Cup Talks live stream. And you know it's Friday, and I'm with my girl Kelly. What's
Hey,
going on, girl?
I am doing so good, girl. Well, I'm going to tell the chat because I talked to you this morning, but I'm really happy because Roland Martin tweeted me. He hate tweeted me, guys, and I'm just so happy about it because that lets me know I've made it. I've made it. I have arrived when the Democratic shill himself. What I don't know what you would call him,
Not
but
the Democratic chill.
he's the the number one, and he took it time out of his busy schedule at 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know where he lives, and maybe he live on the West Coast. I don't know. I'm trying to pull it up for you.
No, I
And
think he lives here
oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
in this
Um,
area, but he might have a couple of houses, since, Kamala paying everybody. He might have
right,
another house.
right. I cannot pull it. Why is it not coming up? I
You
never know
talking
how.
about where he tweeted you?
Yeah, I'm trying to
What do
pull
you
it up.
call it on X now? Is it a tweet? Is it a
It's a
post?
tweet. It's a tweet. Hold on. I've got because I gotta show them. But yeah, he tweeted and he said, "Oh, what did he say? You only have 250
Yeah,
followers."
he
Because
said you only have 250
which
followers or
he's
something like
right.
that.
Which he's right. I do only have 250 followers. And you tweeted little old me out of nowhere. And I know why he did it too. 6 days ago, I had made a video. So I think he like searches for himself on X or
Oh, he
whatever.
be on his Cardi B. He searched for himself.
I think he
He searched
does.
his
Here
name.
it is. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think so because I didn't add him. I didn't add him at all.
Right.
So, so he okay. I think I have it. So there it
Okay.
is. He said your silly ass can't even get 250 followers. And then here I tweeted back. I should chat. Let me know if I should put it in my bio. I said you have been in journalism since you were. I said no. I can't even read. You have been in journalism since before I was born and can't even get
Mhm.
credibility. You worried you worried about my follower account and should be worried about at Jamon Green pulling up on you again, or better yet, Vince Everett Ellison, old Twitter fingers ass, go pander to your boomer base. But again, he could have tweeted anyone. He tweeted a little old me with
You
my
could have
two.
tweeted anyone in the world, but you tweeted me because
Yes,
I came for it. Yeah. And at
yes,
the end of the day, look, these people, they see it, right? They like to talk about the independent media and say we're not a thing. We're not, we're not doing what they're doing on a grand scale, but we don't need to. All right. We don't need to. But before
yes.
we get into that, I want to thank everybody for coming on to the Red Cup Podcast live stream edition, for checking us out. If this is your first time, welcome. Go ahead and get you a red cup. We're gonna pour it up today. We got a lot of topics to talk about. How we do it. We try to cram it in this hour and 15 minutes, and talk about everything and everything. But first, I want to get to our Red Cup show sponsors. So the sponsors of the show are all of the people that always super chat, that always cash app. And I want to really just start acknowledging, all of you guys, because you really do make the show what it is, and you're really helping with upgrading everything with the show. So I really do thank you. And our first super chat of the night is Mr. Lot. Salute to y'all. Thank you.
That is
Thank
nice.
you. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna get some sound effects, some poured up sound effects, all that good stuff. Like I got a stream deck. All this that we're doing here is gonna get there. So thank you again, Mr. Lot. All right, let's get to it. So I want to go ahead and start with, do we trust Black women? Do we trust Black women? Do we trust Black women in general? Do we trust Black women to actually run the government? And that's what's been happening lately. The Democratic Party is being ran by nonsense. Okay, you're Jasmine Crockett. What's the other bald headed reasoning lady? I can't remember that lady's name.
Old Maxine Waters.
No, not Maxine. Well, she
well,
might be under that wig because she be switching that wig on.
You're talking about
But not
politicians or pundits?
yes, the politician lady. I always forget her name. We were
Oh,
just talking about her.
Ayanna Presley or Presley. Ayanna
Yes,
Presley.
yes,
Mhm.
her. I can't stand that lady.
Yeah.
But however, they all have the same type of reasoning. They're not trying to go and do what the American people actually sent them to do, whether Democrat or Republican, right? If the American people sent you there to do a job, you need to do it. None of them want to do it. However, there's been talk of, going against Donald Trump, doing marches. We're going to get into some of the things that they're doing today, that they did yesterday. But I want to start, as always, with a little comedic relief. And shout out to my homie LFR family. I saw this on his page, his Instagram page. And when I tell you I almost died when I saw this, I almost died. I want you guys to check out what white women at the Women's March had to say about trusting Black women. Here we go.
Sign mean to you?
Black women are probably the least respected in America. Their voices aren't heard. Their issues aren't paid attention to. Many white women look beyond their own personal interests and they leave Black women out of the conversation. And I think America needs to change about that.
What are we not trusting them to do right now?
How to care for our country, how to care for each other, how to stand up and fight for things that aren't right.
Millions of Black women voted for Trump. Should we trust them?
Ooh, I'll take your hand in mine.
I don't think that's true. Millions of Black women voted for Trump?
Way too many. It is.
Should we trust them?
I don't know.
Maybe not trust Black women then.
That's not true. I do trust Black women.
Who'd vote for Kamala Harris?
I think. He wants to know if I trust the Black women who voted for Trump.
I think they voted against their own interests, so it's really hard to put the idea of trust together with someone who is continuing to vote against themselves, right?
So it sounds like they don't have very good judgment.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it's not having good judgment. I don't think they necessarily connect the dots, and I do.
They're stupid.
No, they're not stupid, but I think it's.
No, I'm just asking but it is hard to trust people who are stupid and have bad judgment, right? And Black women who vote for Trump are stupid and have bad judgment.
No, we did not say that. Nope.
I think they don't connect. They don't connect the dots, and so they're looking at only certain things and thinking that's important, and not connecting the dots.
It sounds like those Black women need to be educated by white women like you.
Yeah, not
true.
No,
not
they just need a good white woman to come in and tell them what's up.
You're putting words in our mouths again, and you're trading it.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that.
This idea that white people are going to be the white saviors pisses me off.
But if white women like you don't educate them, how are they ever going to learn to vote the way that they're supposed to vote?
As a white woman, I'm happy to help educate and talk to people, but it's not my job to go convince somebody else.
I hope you're able to get through to some of those untrustworthy, stupid Black women. Good luck.
Oh man, I gotta make a TikTok about that.
All right.
You showed me that.
What did you think about that? Like I thought was a really, 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 really important twist to when they said, "Oh, trust Black women to run this, to run that." I said, "Okay." Now this guy right here, he literally made them think.
I don't know who that guy is. As soon as we are off of here, I'm following him on all his socials. That was amazing.
It was awesome, right? It was so awesome.
Man, that was so good. Okay.
He said, so maybe we don't trust Black women then? No, I didn't say that.
First of all, these women are extremely racist. Okay, that's first and foremost. Number two, I completely understand why they are saying trust Black women. We support Black women because Black women, not us, probably not the ones in the chat, I'm sure, but Black women historically have put white people's agendas before their own. That is what they've done.
I mean, not historically, just last 3 months ago.
Well, I'm saying
92% of them.
I'm saying historically, up until till present.
Yeah.
So many Black women now have been indoctrinated with feminism. That wasn't no Black American whatever. That was, and if you are melanated and you immigrated to this country, that wasn't what you was taught. That was from them, and that's not. And I'm not saying all white women, but that feminist, it wasn't us. And then her thinking, oh, well, they've voted against their own interests. Bitch, do you know me? Do you know? Did you ever see that lady, Micca? You know that woman?
But she would. Okay, so you got to give her credit though. The friend was good.
You're
was good.
You're biracial, but she would have called you Black. She would have called you Black. So you still
or no? Look, nope. Now we have to start doing what they do with the trans. Okay, don't misracialize me.
She would have.
Okay?
She would have misracialized.
I'd have been like, no. I need you to acknowledge all of my colors. I need you to acknowledge all of my heritages, because if I gotta, run around and be like, oh, don't misgender me and all this other nonsense, then what's the difference? You get what I'm saying? Like they they hyper focus on things.
They hyper focus, but those women are racist. That's what they would have did. And lady, you don't know my life.
Yeah, they are.
You don't know my life story. Maybe I wanted closed borders. Maybe, I did. Maybe I didn't like all the trans stuff. Maybe I realized, the Democratic Party hasn't done anything for this Black woman or any Black woman that I know in a month of Sundays. So why would I continue to vote this way? I want the president in office so I can get some money. So that's why, and that, I have a multitude of reasons, but that was insane.
I agree. I totally agree. I just thought it was funny, and I'll just give my 2 cents really quick. I just thought it was funny because I wanted to I wanted to show the contrast of how actually, like you said, how racist it really is, right? And then when you call them out on it, what they actually say, what they actually do, because she was stuck. She was definitely stuck. Now the friend is good. The friend helped her out. The friend was like, "Oh, no, they're not stupid. They voted against their interests." I said, "Oh, she's good."
The friend was just as bad, in my opinion. Because she could have just said, well, people have the right to vote for who they want to vote for. Case closed. But you think
yeah, but they can't. They can't let up on what they really are. So, I was just waiting for don't believe those, don't trust those Black women. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it, but she never did it. So that's why I said she's good. She never did it. She didn't say, something that would have been against her own interest. So before we move into our next topics, again, you guys, I always want to acknowledge you guys. So here is, I think that says Latrell. Does that say Latrell?
Latrell.
Latrell, thank you so much for donating. Thank you for your super chat. And then we have, what does that say? Daniel? Does that say Daniel? I gotta get some glasses.
Yes, it's. You want me to read them? I can read them.
Yeah. I think it's a super sticker.
It's a super sticker. Yeah, Daniel Cunningham. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you. And again, thank you guys always for holding us down here, because we are definitely trying to elevate. All right. So let's move on with the next one. So I don't know if you guys actually saw this, but today they were down at the Department of Education. And they were down at the Department of Education because they wanted to go ahead and talk about how to get into the Department of Education while ELON and them were in there doing their thing. All right. They were in there looking up stuff. They were in there trying to figure out what belongs to what, how much is being spent, how much of our money is being spent. And the Democrats were not having it. So I want you guys to go ahead and see what was happening today with the Democrats. Here we go.
And don't lock the door. We're coming in. Who are you? You're not coming in. Who are you? Who are you? Who?
And if you guys don't know, that is Maxine Waters talking about. Who are you?
Who are you, sir?
Do you have business here?
We do.
Yeah.
I
Called her a low life today.
the
I fell out.
letter alerting her that we would be here today, and we've asked her for a meeting.
Yeah, I don't know that that's been accepted. So until that's
Wait a minute.
Who are you? Who are you? And what do you do
So what do
here?
you do here?
security responsibility.
Get out of the way. We pay you. We pay for your job. We pay you.
We're members of
We pay
Congress.
you.
We're members of Congress.
Nobody has accepted a meeting.
Members of Congress.
You
Wait a
are.
minute. We haven't heard that from the secretary. We haven't heard that from the spokesman.
I'm
Okay,
relaying
but
that.
You are not the spokesman for the department. You are a
I'm-
security guard.
Can you
Like
identify?
that.
Not belittling the common man.
Where's your bag? You don't have any identification. Where's your ID? Where's your ID?
We are not.
That's not good enough.
We are not a threat to security. We're members of Congress, and we want to ask the question.
We walk into the White House without having to go through magnetometers.
Can we get someone?
This is an outrage. This is an outrage.
I'd like to speak with someone who works here.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna beat us up if we go in?
I mean, you're gonna, you know.
We want you to move out of the way.
We're not steamrolling you. We're
Get out of the way.
This says all access
concerned that we can't
So
Stand
what?
aside, sir.
We're
This
members
says
of
all
Congress.
access entrance.
Please stand aside, sir.
I'm not standing aside.
Why not?
Because my role is to make sure that.
What authority do you have to block members of Congress from the oversight? We don't have oversight responsibilities. What, by what authority can you deny members of Congress their oversight role?
If you don't have a business reason to be here, meaning.
You do not have
accept
authority,
the
sir.
meeting.
You do not have authority. There is no authority for you to deny members of Congress their oversight responsibilities.
Okay, and so it got even worse from there. So your girl Maxine decides to go and talk. Here she is.
Russia, let the camera see him. Let the camera see him. This man here.
We are members of Congress.
Come in.
You're
and I
blocking
want you to
us.
see this man here, who is a federal employee. He told us. Are you a federal employee? Huh?
Yes.
No, he said he's a federal employee. We pay him. We raise money to make sure that we have a Department of Education. Everybody that's hired at the Department of Education are here because we pay for them to be here. He's standing here today, blocking the door, and he can't give us a good reason why he's blocking this door.
Make sure they see right here, all access entrance.
Okay, so just from what you guys seen, okay, chat, what do you think about this? Because I want to ask you guys your thoughts, because this is the Department of Education, and yes, we are paying for this, right? But this is similar to when you think about January 6th, right? If you think about January 6th, you have people blocking the doors. We pay for the Capitol. We pay for everybody there, the Capitol Police, the security, everybody there. What makes Maxine Waters any more, prevalent to go inside one of these facilities? She's a congresswoman because of what? Because of our vote. So she's a representative, no different than a lawyer or anybody else. So what again makes her, the authority to be able to go in? Oh, but regular people can't go in. And then this man is a security officer, the average everyday security officer.
Yes. And
you're accosting him in public. Bring the cameras. I want you to see him. These are the constituents. These are the white men that you lost.
And
Okay?
he may be out of a job. Why he has to deal with this because he works there. Maxine Waters, you get to go back to Congress and rob from your constituents. So and
do absolutely nothing, because I don't know what that woman does. Like, honestly and truly, I don't know what that woman does. I've never seen her do anything. So it's just crazy how they get to play on the American people, because again, she's saying she should be allowed in because she's a member of Congress. No.
Then why didn't she make an appointment? You would think the members of Congress, because they said it was 94. Why didn't you have an escort? The man, because I watched the video, the man said you have to have an escort. Everybody knows you can't just walk into a federal building. Why didn't y'all call ahead since you're Congress people? The whole thing, in my opinion, was performative for the Democratic Party.
Very performative. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay. And what they're doing is just trying to rile up their base. Now, what is the reason why I keep bringing up January 6th? Because what is the difference if you're outside on a soapbox instead of, I don't know, in the back of the White House rallying up all these people? They won't let us in. Look, they should let us in. They're banging on the doors. They're doing all of this stuff. What is the difference between that and January 6th? What is the difference? There is no difference. And so it's funny because Maxine Waters is the same person when Trump ran the first time on her soapbox talking about, and when you see them in restaurants, you tell them to get out. You tell them they're not wanted. Punch them in the face. I remember this stuff.
I remember it.
So again, there were people in Virginia, which is right by us, that were being bothered, that, were getting assaulted. What's her name? Saunders, Huckabee's daughter.
The daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
Sarah
couldn't go
Huckabee.
into Sarah Huckabee.
Mhm.
She couldn't go into a restaurant because people were bothering her, not only calling her ugly and other names, but they were, like, well, the Democrats say when we see y'all get in your face and, invading people's spaces, what is the difference between that and January 6th?
Mhm.
Absolutely nothing, in my opinion. And that's just my honest opinion, chat. Like, I just don't think that these people are genuine, that these people are telling the truth. They just like to cause chaos and stoke fear and nonsense, when all Elon is doing is actually auditing. The Democrats had no problem with letting non-elected IRS people audit your taxes, audit what you do inside of Venmo and Cash App. $600. That's not a billionaire. That's not even middle class. Somebody that has $600 in a Cash App. So at the end of the day, these people are definitely, like you said, performative, and they are full of ish. That's how I'm gonna put it. And so just to jump from there onto the same point. Sorry, you guys. Onto the same point, I want to jump into the Golden Girls, our favorite Golden Girls. All right. Thank you for being not a friend. The View. So The View, they decided that they were going to go ahead and talk about all of the situations happening with Elon Musk and, of course, our favorite butterfly lash Congresswoman, Jasmine Crockett. So I want you guys to see what The View had to say about all of this nonsense. And I do not want to see their opening, child, not by one bit. Here we go.
Oversight Committee descended into a shouting match after Democrats demanded to know why the richest man in the world, who nobody voted for, has an all-access pass to all our stuff. He has an all-access pass to raid federal agencies. Yeah. They were not happy about it. Take a look.
Who is this unelected billionaire that he can attempt to dismantle federal agencies, fire people, transfer them, offer them early retirement? I move that the committee subpoena Elon Musk to come before it as a witness at the earliest possible moment.
There's been a motion and second. The motion is not debatable.
I think it's outrageous that this committee will not even entertain a motion.
No, you state
Mr.
your.
Chairman, that's not a point of order.
Somebody
You know,
who
I
breaks the law and dismantling our federal agencies.
You're
My job is to look out and make sure that we don't have any kings or queens in this country, but it seems like y'all have decided that it's going to be Mr. King and his queen, and y'all can pick which one is which.
So, do Republicans have to start putting some guardrails up, or because I'm asking this question with a counsel that says it's only been 2 weeks, okay?
Oh,
so
Lord.
To start saying what people should be doing or shouldn't be doing, but doesn't it have to be an all group freak out for us to get any feeling that somebody's watching what's going on?
So what are your thoughts on what Whoopi just said and also what you saw Jasmine Crockett say?
So I actually kind of agree with the view. And the reason being, we have rules, we have checks and balances. Elon does not have top secret clearance. Elon went in that building because he has foreign interest. He set up some of his own intel.
Does he? Do we know that he doesn't have top secret clearance? Because we don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive. Yeah, I'm pretty positive he doesn't because
Okay,
he has vested interest. And I'll say this: if I'm wrong, which I'm confident that I'm not, if I'm wrong, I would change my tune. But someone that is not a federal employee going into a building, locking federal employees out, bringing his own people in. These people had not gone through the whole.
And do you know the other people if they have not gone through it? Because maybe
yes,
Trump
yes.
get them.
Nope. The other people that came with him, and they were very young, 19, 20 years old. They had not gone. Those were his employees. They did not go through the whole process.
Yeah, but we're both into contracting, and it doesn't matter if somebody is your employee if they are.
You have to have clearance. You have to have the clearance.
Right. But listen to what I'm saying. So it doesn't matter if somebody is your employee. If you're contracting, I can still employ your employee to actually go and do something.
But they would have gone through a vetting process. They still, even contractors, they would have gone through a clearance process. I forgot what it's called. It escapes me right now. Those individuals have not done that. So for those reasons, I don't like that. This is not, we are not.
I hear you.
We have checks.
I hear you on it. I hear you on it on having, clearances and things like that. But I just, something in me doesn't, I don't feel like, I don't feel, and I hate to say I don't feel, but I don't know. Right. So I have to say that. I don't think that that Donald Trump would, or anybody really, well, I'm gonna stick with Donald Trump because I do think Joe Biden, but I don't think that Donald Trump would say, go ahead and just let anybody in there. But on top of that,
I don't think he did. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah. I don't think he did that. And then, they're saying that it's only read only, so I agree with you on clearances and things like that, because you do want to know who's in there, right? But just, I really don't think that Donald Trump would just let anybody in there.
I don't think he did.
I think there's some degree of vetting, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I disagree. I hold in the same way those Congress people couldn't just walk in that building. They didn't make the appointment. It's the same thing for me. You can't just walk up in that
but they do all the time though.
Well, you
they just couldn't do it today.
You have to have an escort. And my thing is,
no, they do. When I used to work, when I actually, did do something, when I worked down there with those federal people, and I would do all the contracts, a lot of people did not have clearance to see certain emails, to do this, that, and the third, and they will give it to them anyway, just because they were Congress people. I can tell you that.
That's illegal. That's illegal, is what I'm saying.
That's the point.
Yes.
That is the point.
And where we are today, we're trying to cut out the illegal stuff. So if we're on the right, if we want to point our finger at the left can point our finger at us. So that's what I'm.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with checks and balances. Whether it's Donald Trump or whoever, I'm okay with checks and balances, right? Because these are the people that we elect. They're here for us.
Exactly.
So, I can even though I don't think that is the case, I can agree with your point,
Yeah.
But I will say this: Whoopi and all of these people had no problem when it came to all of those people from Wall Street, when the banking situations happened. Whoopi and all of them had no problem when it comes to Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, allowing people from foreign places, and basically what we're into right now with US AID, looking at certain things in our system, and they also don't have a problem with with appointing non-elected people. IRS is not a part of the Constitution. Federal Reserve is not a part of the Constitution. This U.S. whatever AID, right? They're not a part of the Constitution, and it didn't even come from Congress at first. It came from John F. Kennedy's executive order, which is what Trump just did. So this is the reason why I'm saying I understand what you're saying, but if John F. Kennedy, the beloved Democrat, the beloved president, can do all of that, why can't Donald Trump put somebody there to look over things?
I'm fine with him putting someone there.
No, I know you're fine with it, but I'm just saying in the grand scheme of things, what is the hypocrisy about? Because they didn't mind an executive order when John F. Kennedy decided to take our money and decide who he was going to give aid to via an executive order.
Yeah. I have no argument for that. And whatever, they just are going to beat up on the right anyway.
And I'm just going to go a little further. I really don't care because I want my money. My money.
Okay.
So at this point, we've been living the last, the United States, the last 20 years has been dealing with gangbusters and illegal this and illegal that, with all this other stuff that Jasmine Crockett talks about. Well, it's a civil situation. Okay, you guys don't care about legal stuff then. Okay, well, this is the president said that they can go, so they can go.
And that's what we voted for.
All right, here we go.
So generally speaking, Americans support cutting spending within the federal government. If it's wasteful, if it's fraudulent, if it's abusive, those are important caveats. There were payment errors in the federal government over the last 20 years of up to $2.7 trillion in improper payments that simply shouldn't have gone out.
But don't you have to? Yeah.
So that's where I'm getting to. So generally the idea of we're going to go through an audit and we're going to cut waste, we're going to get rid of the fat, trim it, is something people support. My biggest gripe with the White House, and I would plead with them, is this: you need to be telling us what he's cutting and why. There is such a lack of transparency around this. And then when there has been information shared, it's later turned out to be incorrect. So for example, there was this stat thrown out that sounded wrong to me when I heard it, that $50 million was spent on condoms for Gaza.
Yeah.
It wasn't true. It was about $8 million to Africa, and it had to do with AIDS and HIV relief efforts. It had nothing to do with the Gaza Strip, and it was a much smaller amount.
Really quick, my little Secret Service birdie Eric sent me confirmation that they did end up getting clearances. But to your point, still,
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna have to fact check it.
Yeah. You know what you. I'm not trying to put him out there, but you know what he does.
I know.
Yeah. But to your point.
And I will retract my statement. I will retract my statement because my issue was the clearance.
CNN don't retract nothing. You don't got to retract.
Yeah. No. Well, we're better than CNN.
I know. I'm just... but what were you about to say about Alyssa?
I was gonna say I knew that. I knew it wasn't Gaza. I knew it wasn't Africa. I knew where the condoms were. They put that out there.
Yeah.
She's making it seem like
and then yesterday this bogus claim was making the rounds that Politico Pro, like the news outlet, the political news outlet, was receiving $8 million in funds from USAID, which has now been folded into the State Department. What they didn't realize is it was Politico Pro was being subscribed to by federal employees at USAID because they have these tools to look at legislation, to look at policy. So tell me what we're cutting. Make me know that it's not something I have to be worried about. It's not going to affect my life. It's stuff that's unnecessary within the federal government. And those questions have not been answered at this point.
And I agree with you in terms of we should have an oversight committee to look at these things. And that was the clip that we played was the oversight committee, and Republicans voted it down, this review of Elon Musk 20-19. All
right, so Trump deranged cloudy hosting here. Let's attack what she just said. She said that they have an oversight committee. That oversight committee, have you ever seen it work? Have you ever seen them go in and go line by line item? Have you ever seen that work? I've never seen it work.
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know that. I didn't. It doesn't seem like they had one.
All I see them do is talk. All I see them do is talk.
From the news, yeah.
So when do they actually go line by line and actually handle some of these things?
I really don't know.
And this woman is an attorney. Please.
The problem is not the review, but who is in office, this unelected billionaire, and what the heck is he doing? Like, we have no transparency, not necessarily about the actions that are being made, but about who is making the decisions and why he's making those decisions. And I would caution everybody, please, again, read Project 2025, because Trump claims that he didn't read it, right? That he didn't read it. He doesn't know anything about it. 36 of the acts that he has done in these very, very long, almost 3 weeks, come from Project 2025. And the other thing that I want to note, the final thing is Russell Vought, who is the architect of Project 2025, is now up to be the Director of Management and Budget. He said, yes, somebody looks very shocked in the audience. That's the OMB office. When I was a federal prosecutor, that's a very important office. And the interesting thing about it is he says in Project 2025 that his goal is to slash federal funds and put civil servants in trauma. Sir, civil servants are serving their country. You do it not for the money, because you don't make any money. You do it to serve and help.
I want people to learn.
Yeah, I'm not interested in hearing the Cuban. So, and those are my people, and I don't care to hear her. Like, she annoys my soul. Sonny does, but she really does. So I want to get your thoughts on that, right? Because essentially what she's saying is, again, as they all keep saying, that this is Project 2025, right? And they don't have a problem with talking about well, no, they do have a problem. We're talking about Project 2030, right? They don't talk about how the wildfires is literally making a way for Project 2030 to come about with these smart cities and, all this renewable nonsense. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to get your thoughts on that.
Oh man, Sonny. Okay,
we don't care.
I just feel like she's speaking from such a place of opposition, and this is what the American people voted for. This is what the American people wanted. So it is what it is. It is what it is, and I have sympathy for people that are going to be Americans that are going to be negatively affected by these the situation, but this is what we voted for.
Well, did you hear what the press secretary said?
What did she say?
Caroline, she said that they have, I guess the judge put till Monday.
I did see that. Right? Yeah, I did.
But here's the thing with that. The judge put till Monday, but they're not going to actually stand on top of that. More than I think she said like 30,000, 40,000 people have decided to take the buyout. They're going to do an 8-month vacation.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that. I mean,
what is the problem? They're not negatively affected. They're getting paid to do nothing like they've been doing, but they're getting paid to do nothing.
The people that opted out, that's their severance package. Yeah. The people that
this happens all the time in the private sector. Why is the federal government any different? Like, why can't you be fired for not doing anything? If you are in a company and you don't bring any value, you don't bring any type of new ideas to the company, like if you don't create some type of revenue, I mean something.
Well, this is what I think on it. There are a lot of companies that have, the way I look at it with these agencies, most of those people, they are not the decision makers. It's Congress, or it's the top brass that usually changes every 4 years anyway. The normal people, they're doing what they're doing what they're told. So I I have complete sympathy for them, like I would have for any other employee at a company that got shut down due to lack of revenue or anything like that. I'm still going to have sympathy for Americans losing their jobs. But at the same time,
I'm going to tell you, I don't. I don't have sympathy.
Yeah.
And the reason why I don't have a sympathy for a lot of them, because, I'm from DC, and I can tell you right now, I know tons of federal workers. Right?
I do too. And I know
I swear to goodness, I don't know what they do. They never work. They're never doing anything. And when you look at it, I understand having a job, but if you don't do it and you're on my dime, you got to go.
I'm not, again.
And I think Trump is targeting those. No, I understand what you're saying.
The waste. I'm not mad.
Sometimes there's casualties when you got to downsize, right? Like, look at all those people that got let go at Amazon.
And I felt for every single one of them.
And then,
I felt for every single one of them.
Let's talk about it though, Kelly. They like to talk about their favorite president, Bill Clinton, and how he had a surplus. Well, how did he have a surplus? He fired 300,000 federal workers.
Yep. I remember.
Nobody talks about this.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, I don't remember, but I do my homework.
I was not there, but we both live in this area, so we heard.
Yes. He did not. He did not get there by osmosis. He got there because he did the exact same thing. He cut the fat, and he didn't ask Congress. He just did it.
For me, for most, and we can agree to disagree. For me, regular working people that are not the top brass, I don't care where you work in a company and you lose your job, I feel for you. I don't wish that on anybody.
I got about 2%. Go ahead.
And that's okay. And that's okay.
I got 2%. No, go ahead. Go ahead, Kelly.
No, that was it. No, that's it. That's my opinion.
But you're so nice. You're so nice. I don't. When it comes to the government, unfortunately, this is how I feel about it. Right? It's not the people. It's the government. Right? And unfortunately, the government cannot be the biggest employer. It can't be.
Yeah, I'm not against trimming the fat, friend. You know that. I'm a conservative.
I know. It's just, but they can't be against. I mean, they can't be the biggest employer. I'm sorry. So if if the government is the biggest employer, y'all gonna have to go, because that tells me I gotta spend more money. And to me, when you look at it right now, because everything is closed, when it comes to federal hiring, right, everything is frozen. The people in the private sector are winning. These contracts are coming from private entities. Some of those DEI companies. They're winning because they can't hire federal workers, so they have to hire temporary with the budget that they have. Where are you getting those from? The private sector. And so the private sector gets to grow. The private sector gets the money. And the private sector is also supplying people that will actually work. Because guess what? Because you don't belong to the federal government and you belong to this company. Well, if you're not doing your job, this hurts the company's bid to keep this contract. So we're gonna get rid of you before we cause ourselves to lose this contract. Thus, you get a productive workforce. Sounds great to me. Sounds great. They're cheaper.
Again, I just I hear
win for the American people, right? And let's be clear, most of those people working for the federal government, you will find a job. You will find a job. You work for the federal government. You got all these degrees, because a lot of those people, go to work so they can get the return, the degree, the degree payback, paying off their loans, things like that. So I'm fine with it. Like, yes, it hurts initially, like when you rip the Band-Aid off, but eventually the scab goes over and boom, you got new skin again.
Okay. Oh,
That's because you're so nice. That's because you're so nice.
That's just how I
It's
feel
'cause
even with
I
Amazon.
know you're so nice. You're
Yeah.
you're so nice. I'll be the
And
bad guy.
I have a problem with Elon. You trying to import for me. 10,000 people just lost their job, and this dude's trying to import some Indians for jobs. I got a problem with that. And
Well, I don't necessarily have a direct problem with it, but I do hope that they, put who they can in American workforce first, and then H1 because I do think, just from being a contractor, those people do their job. But I do want American people to be first. So, we'll see how that goes. Like I said, nobody's above reproach, and I don't care who it is. Elon, Donald Trump,
agreed.
JD Vance, even though JD Vance is chill. But nobody's above reproach, right? But at the end of the day, if I had to look at it in totality, I think I would take more H1B visas than I would take illegal migrants.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Yeah. Because
Talking about who gonna pick the fruit.
I went zero. I went neither. No.
I want to give special thanks to Eric Watson, who is another Red Cup sponsor here for the show. Thank you so much. What does Eric say? Because I can't see.
I will read it. It says, when you're finding fraud and somebody yells stop, that's who's doing the fraud. Facts.
That's why they're banging on that door.
Mm-hmm.
You know how when whether it's the male or the female, they leave their phone open and you grab the phone, you go in the bathroom and they bang it on the doorbell back, it's something in that phone. It's something inside of these buildings. It's something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. And so I think Elon and everybody, that's doing this is doing a good service to the American people. So now I want to go into our main point of the night. Mr. Kanye West. I'm going to let Kellie take it away because Kellie is the X expert. I hate that it's X. I hate that it says I do not want people to think we're talking about corn, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know.
But Kellie is the X expert. Is the TikTok expert. Every social media. She is the expert on that. She can find something on X like that. So I'm gonna let Kellie take it away. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, okay. So last night, middle of the night, y'all, Ye tweeted. He made a lot of tweeted for about 10 hours. So he was going nonstop, tweeting on 10 hours about a lot of various things, some things we can't get into. But I'm sure you guys saw it. Micca, do you have them or do you want me to pull them up?
Go ahead and pull them up. You got it, honey.
Yeah, so they were pretty wild and outrageous, and like I said, some of them we're not gonna we can't speak on because free speech doesn't really exist. Y'all know what I mean, and I'm not gonna get into it. Oh, did they remove them? Let's see. Oh, they removed them.
Probably some of them, but you got pictures, right? You got pictures of some of them.
I have the pictures. Let me send them.
See, that's a good thing. See, in journalism, you gotta do screenshots because they will definitely do that. They probably reported them.
Yes,
they probably reported all of them.
I am so friggin' shocked because I thought we had free speech. Elon, I thought we had free speech. He said he was a free speech.
He probably has free. You probably have free speech, but the people probably reported it. I mean, you still have to have a how can I say it? You still have to have checks and balances where people can report because some people, they be saying some wild stuff.
I think old boy, okay, here it is. I think Elon saw him. Come on, this Ye. And Ye said it on there. He said,
but he can't help him. Because that's that's like nepotism. Like, oh, so you can help Kanye, but you can't help me. when that happens to
He
me.
doing that. He
Right?
doing that with Africa. He helping them. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Because I put up on my desktop.
Somebody said it too. Yay versus Elon.
Hey, he
Look, I always look at this from a business perspective. No, you can't be helping Kanye unless you're gonna help me too when they come after me, calling me a tether.
Who called? Who said that? Oh, online? Yeah, don't do that online. They do that online. They mean online. Okay. Look, I got a new computer. Let me open this up. Y'all give me a moment. I'm doing the best I can. Okay.
Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Okay.
Because I mean, we can't pull it up from X now.
Yeah, we can't
Because
pull it
we
up
just saw it before we got on X.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
actually, and it took them a long time. Okay, I think I got one saved.
Okay, go ahead.
And then we got this was, I hope did y'all see them chat? Let me know. Did y'all see it? Okay.
They probably did. They be spending their time on X. We're gonna talk about it. Look, somebody look. Look.
What they say?
Take your time, baby.
Okay. I appreciate it. Because it was so many. It was like like I said, he did it for
I'll say this, chat. Did you guys see it on X? Because I usually just write it in chat, but I'm just gonna talk to you guys while she gets that up. Did you guys see it on X? Because Kelly sent it to me like right before we started the show. And when I saw it, I just thought it was hilarious.
Oh, it was so fun.
Some of the things were good. Some of the things were like, whoa, but I don't necessarily disagree with everything. Someone said, I don't use X. No, I did not see it. Yes, I saw it. What else? Micca, LOL, you are tethered.
That's what they call. You are not a tether. Tethers are the ops. You're not the op. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No, she's just joking. They're joking, but yeah.
I know.
A lot.
Okay, girl, I'm gonna send it to you. You pull it up because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna let me just send it to
Send it
you.
to me. I'll pull it up.
Okay.
I'll pull it up. But go ahead and pull up X and see what it says.
Okay.
See what you see on there.
Let me see, because I know it wasn't even that long ago. You know? Okay, let me see. Share screen. Yeah, I think you can only see them on the phone. It's only maybe it's only on the phone because this is old. This is not what he had. Let me see.
It was a lot of them up there. I remember when we were looking.
Let me see. Here we go. 3 minutes ago. Okay. All right. Can y'all? Oh, okay. I got it, y'all. Let's see. Okay. So these were a few minutes ago. Imagine
There's view
someone
right there. You see that view on the side? You see where it says view? Yep. All right.
There you go. There you go, guys. Did it come up? Because I got so many screens. Yeah. So I'm not going to say that out loud. But
Tyrone, leave me alone. I'm going to get glasses. Okay. I'm going to get glasses.
Then there's okay, here's one.
Okay, so go ahead and read the ones that you can read.
Yes, okay. My sales doubled since last night. Damn, the world must be racist like me. Okay, then let's go back to the next one. Oh crap, where'd it go? Yay, here we go. Yay. Then, because I did a little trick. I went to replies, then I did this. Okay. Some people I love, some people I got love for. I don't hate anyone. I just don't care about them enough to hate them. I got to go back to a few hours ago because some of them were spicy. Here we go. I don't need or want the support of no broke slave musicians. You are all slaves. Y'all slaves to Nike when you there. Y'all slaves to your label. You're slaves to the N-words extorting you. And it goes on and on and on and on because I got to go to the old ones. Let me go to the ones from last night because I said.
So you go about 18 hours ago?
Then it gets flicked up. See, you know
it's right
it
there.
Is?
You see
right
there. You see where it says more posts? Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here we go. Okay,
They're
there
trying to hide them.
And I've actually never seen that on X before too, by the way. It'll just be like a blur if it's something like graphic.
Yeah, but he's saying a lot of stuff.
He's saying a lot
of stuff.
He is.
So this one says what?
What I got back to 2.7 billion without a coin. Remember that? Is that what you're talking about?
No, talking about that Kamala one. Push view right there.
Oh, where did the Kamala one was so good.
Yeah, just push view. Just push view. You see a view on the side?
Yeah, I'm
that
just
way it'll show you what they say.
It just was so many. Okay. No, nope, that's not it. That's not it. Where's the one?
Go all the way down. Go all the way down. Go all the way down.
How do you say?
What's that one right there? What's that one right there? The fat BITCH one.
Oh,
you see it right there?
Yeah, I see it.
What's that one?
Fat bitches and are sex workers. I see them and I'm sexually offended. Making lingerie for fat bitches is like giving knees to little kids. They gonna hurt somebody. If you find yourself in a fat bitch pussy, just remember it's because you're broke. Now that's mean.
Who is he talking about though?
I gotta find that Kamala tweet.
Okay, what's that one about Elon? What's that one about Elon?
I'm about to read it. I'm gonna read all the crazy ones. I gotta give Elon his flowers for allowing my fuckery. It's a whole new world. I gotta say, Elon's a real nigga for this. That one got 78K likes.
Lord Jesus.
Let's see. I'm God. I don't like that. I want to thumbs that down. Okay, view more. What's this one say? Well, I'm not gonna say it out loud, but you guys, you know,
the small hat that works for me did not quit. What after last night?
Let me pull it back up. Okay. Yeah, the 5 small hats that work for me did not quit after last night. I got 3 words, ching, ching, ching. That's what he says. And then there was a gift of Ben Shapiro.
Lord jeez.
Yeah. Where's the one with Kamala? Can I search? Let me search for the one with Kamala because I
hold on. So the one that you had the one that you had for Kamala, I think, because you sent it to me also. Well, here goes some of them. This from the N-word with the pink polo to all of you agates, rappers, N-words that ever came out with your mouth sideways. I'm the Don, yay forever. Get a day job, talk your ish about me, but always remember that you're broke and you have a boss and you have to suck your boss's and you live like a pussy.
Yeah.
He's talking a lot. And then the one about Kamala says this.
I'll put it on the screen.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ebony had it. It says, I used to want to F Kamala until she lost. I don't F losers. Yeah, he did say that. Now, here's the one that I thought was interesting. He did a lot of tweets about Puffy. He said, Puff got me too. So did I. Free Puff. Did Puff get me too because of the fighting or because of the money? I never seen a broke N-word get me too. Now, here's the thing with that. Kanye, you went on, you kept saying how Puffy was a Fed. You kept saying Puffy was a Fed, and he's coming out with this Sean John line on Yeezy. He would put the shirts out, and so I'm like, I think is that it? No, that's not it. It's another one. Oh no, I got to do the show more, of course, because it was just so many. It was so many. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, I got to stop sharing the screen on one because it was. I really don't want no smoke.
Oh, it's corn. It's corn.
No, it was just something that would have gotten the live
the stream down. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, what are your thoughts on just some of the randomness that Kanye is saying? Right? Like, chat, I want to know what your thoughts are about Kanye and what he's saying. And they're all just like very random.
I'm just scrolling in case the chat wants to see.
Okay.
What's
that one there? What's that one there? What's that one there right there?
With the
anyone about the Grammys?
Oh, okay. Let me see. If I get
It's right there.
if I get taken off of streaming services, it's only going to make me richer. Any and every control tactic you have at this point only makes me richer. Anyone you called anyone who called my wife's Grammy look a stunt is dumb and lame. Yes, you. She's been dressing naked for 2 years. Now all of a sudden it's a stunt. Yeah, he's right. Every single bitch on the planet.
Okay.
They had, yeah. Would you keep going or what?
No, here's one of them that you sent me. I don't know Kamala, or in my words, Gamla. I don't know Gamla, and I ain't got. He got to put some commas in this. This is hurting me, and I ain't got nothing against that lady. She was just being used for what they call the black vote. I don't know ish about politics of effing coins, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Now, coins is a code word.
Okay.
Then he says, I'm buying 2 Maybachs tomorrow, and I'm gonna make my small hat person who's selling it to me read all of these tweets. I bet you see me whipping Maybach.
And let me say this, we don't mean any type of offense to any community. I don't know if that's offensive or not. So if it is, we apologize. I don't know. I just wanted to say that because I don't know. I don't know what's appropriate and not appropriate anymore. And I don't want any problems with any communities.
So with all of this being said, you guys, what are your thoughts? Like, what's your thoughts, Kelly?
I don't think this man is crazy. I don't. The only part about it that I don't understand is the Puffy part, because you've been saying Puffy was a Fed, and then I noticed some of the other tweets, and he was calling out people that were related to Puffy, and I said maybe there's a certain individual that we all thought was up next is about to come up next. So that was the only thing. I thought it was. This is what I'll say. No one can say he's crazy because there's not one person. If you read all those tweets, you agreed with something that man said. So for that reason, I think people want to say that he's crazy. I don't think he's crazy. And once upon a time, I thought he was tripping. And then fast forward a few years later, he was right about a lot and I was wrong. So I learned my lesson. Look, they're saying
online that he had anti-Semitic tweets and that Puffy reacted to what Kanye said.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's like a rabbit hole with all of this, because you know how I feel about Puffy and the industry in general, right? Like there's a lot that goes on in the industry, but I don't know. I think it's a little weird that he's talking about Puffy right around the time of the Grammys, right around the time that Beyonce won the Grammys and Jay-Z's having his issue. Like it's like he's trying to say something without saying something.
Yeah, I think for me to believe that he's having some type of, mental whatever, I'm going to have to hear that from him. And I know people say, well, crazy people don't know they're crazy. Well, I don't know what to tell you, because once upon a time, I thought the man was crazy, and it turns out he was right about a lot of things. So when it comes to Ye, and maybe I just feel this way about Ye, when it comes to Ye, I can't call it. I can't call it. I'm sorry. And I will say this. He said a lot of not nice things about people. I'm not saying I agree with that. I don't agree. Like I said, some things I agree
you don't
with.
have to agree with something that I can like somebody and I don't agree with everything. There's tons of people I don't agree with everything they say, but if the majority of the stuff I agree with, then I rock with you.
Yeah.
Everything is not going to be 100% that I don't agree with everything Donald Trump says, regardless of what people think about MAGA folk. Right? I don't agree with everything Donald Trump says. I don't agree with everything anybody says. But if I walk with you, there's obviously a large portion, usually like 80-20, that I agree with you on. 20% of it, I can go, but I ain't gonna get too, I'm not gonna get too upset about it, because at the end of the day, you're usually on point. The 20% I can ignore about a couple of people.
Yeah.
But Kanye, I really think Kanye is just expressing himself because he's free from a lot of the stuff that the industry was able to, keep down about him. They illegally froze his bank accounts. They illegally got out of a contract with Adidas that he ended up suing and winning. But they illegally did all of these things just to try to shut somebody up.
Yeah.
So at what point do we look at those things, right? And then the first thing they say about people that they don't like, it's either they're crazy, they want power, they want to be a dictator. Like, look what they're saying about the whole Trump administration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they don't agree with them. And I think it's more about the fact that they don't agree with Kanye. And again, you don't have to agree with everything on Kanye, but I think it's about more the fact that they don't agree with Kanye, and that Kanye feels that he's able to bite the hand that fed him, because he's basically almost a billionaire because of the industry.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yep.
But he's a billionaire almost, because of the industry. And now you want to tell on the industry. You want to go against the industry. You want to go against the grain. And I think that's what's hurting him more than what he actually says. And I'll let you have the last word on it.
And I love it. I love it. Call him out. Call him out. Where he went wrong, I didn't see enough names. Call if you talking about Jay, call out Jay. Because Ye. Call him out.
I think he has. You remember back then when he don't send those hitters at me, Jay.
Oh yeah. And when he was in the car, remember he was in the car. I can picture it. He was in the SUV, and he's like, they can't control me like they control Jay and Beyonce.
Oh, because that's when he said something about his mother. When he said he sacrificed his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, he's crazy. I'm like, the man is not going to talk about like his mother, like that he sacrificed his mother. But at the end of the day, the industry is a weird place. I tell you guys all the time that the industry is a weird place. So last but not least, our last sponsor of the evening is Mr. Robinson, and a lot of my following is are also bag chasers. So most of y'all probably know Mr. Robinson. Can you read what Mr. Robinson is saying?
Sure. It says Kanye and Trump are both Gemini and both accused of saying things that are mean or not truth. Come to find out, they both turn out to be right later on. 100. That's what I was trying to say, Mr. Robinson. You were much more eloquent than I was. So that's why when it comes to Ye, I gotta pause.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Thank you, Mr. Robinson. Thank you so much. Yeah, I totally 100% agree. That's why I said it's an 80-20. 20% of what Kanye says, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm indifferent to. But 80% of it, I usually agree. Sometimes he goes around the point, sometimes he's direct, but I usually agree. And I think Kanye just needs to go ahead and say what he's going to say. And I think he's starting to get there. So that is my final thought on that. I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. I know it's Friday. You guys, thank you again for tuning in. Every Friday, I'm making this commitment. Every Friday, I'm going to be doing a live stream. Okay. So I am making that commitment. I will look at everything that's happened over the week, and we're going to pour it up about it. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Molly. I'll see you later tonight. Pop the balloon. But thank you to everyone that tuned in. And I want to thank my girl Kelly as always. Thank you. And
Thank you,
and it's your girl Micca, and we're out.